All right, welcome back to another episode of Andrew's Garage. My name is Andrew, and today we are working on this Phillips 66 gas pump. So this lady lives down the road from me. She got a hold of me at a cruising that I went to, and she said, "Hey, I got this gas pump. I was wondering if it could be restored or something could be done with it." She wanted to put it back out. So I was very happy to do something like this. It's a good job, and I think it'll look really great, and I think it's going to make her happy too. So I figured I'd give you a little bit of a rundown on it. So I'm not sure what year it is. I can do a little bit of research here once I dig into it to figure that out. But basically, I think the original one was all orange. You can see here some of the orange is coming through. So I know it's had a repaint at some point, and you can tell here that this paint color is red, and then you see orange. So some of the Phillips stuff you see is like a red and black, and some is an orange and black. So this one was the original. I'm assuming it would be orange, and then someone switched over to red and black, and that's what she wants it back to. So it also had a block off plate here, and I'm not sure if it ever had a globe top on it or if it was always capped off, but I will be putting a globe top on it. So it'll just get the Phillips 66 black and red glass top, and I'll be going through the whole thing just like I would any other car. It's just a lot smaller, a lot more flat, everything's rounded. It's got some rust, but I don't think anything it's too bad. It's more the paint that looks more awful than anything. So not too concerned about the rust and any of the brackets like that are on the inside here. If I can get this guy open. So any of this stuff that's rotted in here, as far as this side doesn't look too awful bad. This little curtain overhang doesn't look good. I'll be able to either make a new one or fix it up. And then look like these screws go into the stainless trim that's on the outside, and that's what holds the glass in. So I got to be real careful taking all that out. I already know these are they're going to be a problem. I already know that. So I have to just take my time and make sure I don't break the glass. And whatever happens with the trim or the studs, I'll be able to weld something on there and make a new retainer plate for this glass. And that's just the glass, so you can look and see here whenever this is primed, it'll be filled with fuel, and that's what you'd want to look for. But it still has all the original pump, everything inside of here. And from the smell of it, it smells like it's got a little bit of gas in it. It smells pretty bad, but this was a used pump all the way up until they stopped, as you can tell. Everything's in there, and as far as I know, everything did work until they decided to stop using it. So very neat, very cool, and I'm excited to get started on it. So basically what I want to do here and what the goal is, I already got this door off here, and it's got a big dent right here in this corner that I'm gonna have to work out. So to work on that a little bit. But basically I just want to pull it apart. I want to get the side panels off, everything that's going to get paint that I need to start body working. I'm going to go ahead and get it off, go ahead and get started on it. So I know these flat sides, this top, and that door are going to fly by. It's not that, I don't think it'll be too bad. Now this one over here is going to take me a little bit of time to get that kind of hammered and dollied out and to look halfway decent, so I can start doing a little bit of body work on it. All these small items here, I got to work on figuring out how they come out, but I don't think it'll be too bad. But I'm pretty excited to get started working on it. I did get all the original new decals, 66 decal, the front sticker decal, and then since I got to redo this, since it's all rusty, I got all brand new decals to put on for here. So it'll look pretty darn good. I have to polish all this stuff up here. Of course, these get painted black, and depending on how well this cleans up here, it might get painted black as well, and just polish this and this up. But anyways, very excited to start this project, very excited to get it back to her and to see her reaction. So I'm gonna go ahead and get working on this, and I'll see how much I can get done. I'd like to get it at least tore down, and maybe start pulling some of the trim off and getting it set aside. And yeah, so I can start seeing what I got to work with. All right, so now that I got this thing tore down, you can see all the actual screws and everything came out of it, which I was pretty amazed. I think a lot of what had to do with that is those nuts, I do believe, are brass. So instead of them adhering, they kind of stuck. They didn't really stick, so it made it nice. And all the parts I got are in pretty good shape. I can clean up a lot of this stuff. I'm gonna have to make new guards, covers, which is no big deal. All the stainless I know is gonna buff and polish up real nice. So basically, what I gotta do here is start working on getting this stuff down to bare metal so I can get some epoxy primer on it. So that's what I'm gonna start working on now. And we'll see if this little air compressor is gonna keep up, which I hope it will. And but we'll just have to find out. If it doesn't, then paint stripper and hand sanding and whatever else I can do. So yeah, let's get down to it. Let's get to work. All right, so I got these all sanded down on the inside, got them prep all wiped down, no more grease. And then I went ahead, the outside is all bare metal finish. It does have some pitting on the outside, but it's not through yet, and that'll be getting some kitty hair filler to help fill in those pits. Again, this isn't like a full vehicle restoration. This is just a gas pump. It's sitting outside anyways. It's gonna have a hard time. So I wanna make sure that I take everything down to bare metal on the outside, hit it real good with some epoxy DTM primer. That'll help seal in the bare metal and stop any moisture from getting in on the inside or outside. And I can do my body work on the outside. Now, if it's any worse than what it currently is, then I'd have to cut it out, replace it, weld it. But it's not through yet. There's no holes in everything. So I'm just rolling on with the way that it is. I think it'll last a long time, just by cleaning it up and direct metal primer it. It's gonna look real good. It's gonna look real good for a long time. So I went ahead, I got everything cleaned up, got everything wiped down, and it's ready for the first coat of epoxy primer. And I'm gonna do probably 2 coats on the inside and 2 coats on those panels over there. Let it dry up, flip them over, and hit 2 coats on the outside, and that'll be good. That'll give me a good base to start my body work on. Now these side panels here, they're actually in really good shape. Little to no body work is gonna be needed, other than just a quick skim coat of the pitting areas. And then, yeah, I don't think it'll take much. I can probably block sand them after I get some primer on them, see my low spots, maybe mix up a little bit of Bondo just to fill in my low spots. Other than that, I don't think it's gonna be too bad. So I'll go ahead and get the camera set up and let's start shooting some primer. All right, so now that I got this guy with the second prime on it, you've seen me sand it with 40 grit. I got it real close, and I went and hit it with 80 grit. That'll just get it even closer before the first prime. Since I don't have any glazing putty, I wanted to make sure I blocked it real good with 80 grit, kind of get the sand scratches down to a minimum. And I could tell when I was doing it that there still had some sand scratches in it, but I don't think it's anything that won't sand out when I wet sand it with 220 here. So basically what I'm gonna do is go ahead and get a bucket of water, start wet sanding with 220. And as I'm wet sanding, you'll see me have a rag over it, and I'll wring out the rag as I'm going, and that'll be able to give me an idea of what the body work's looking like. Because until I get this first wet sand on it, that gives me a real good idea where I'm at with it, which I think these 2 panels are super close. This one might need a little bit because I don't know, the sand scratches are kind of pretty deep up here, so I'm gonna have to block that pretty good. But anyways, basically what's gonna happen is I'm gonna block this down real good, and if I think everything's fine, I'm gonna go ahead and set them to the side. But if I don't think they're good, then I'll go ahead and sand them down. If I think I can get it with a prime without doing any more Bondo, then I will. If I need to add Bondo, I will too. So I'm gonna get them sanded down. If they're good, I'll go ahead and set them to the side. Get this guy ready and get it sanded down, put it to the side. And if I have enough time tonight, I'd like to go ahead and get the second prime on it, and then it would be ready for a 400 grit, which is like the final sand. So that's the final sand before paint. Now I'm not doing anything to the inside of it because nothing needs to be done to it. It's going on a gas pump that's going to be sitting outside. So as long as I got it epoxy sealed from the inside, I'll hit it with the black paint and the clear coat on the inside as well, so that'll help give an extra layer of protection. But other than that, it doesn't need any more attention than that. So outside, it should be pretty much ready tonight, and we'll see how far we can get. But I'm gonna go ahead and start sanding, see if I can't get these ready for paint tonight, and then maybe shoot them tomorrow, because these are the only pieces that are gonna be black as far as the outside. So I wanna go ahead and get them shot with paint, get them set up and get them hard for a couple days, and make sure everything's gonna work out good. So go ahead, get a bucket of water, and let's start sanding. Unfortunately, most of my video footage has some flickering on it from my LED lights, and I was unaware of it until after the fact. So the hertz was set at the improper setting. I don't remember if it was 50 or 60. So now there's the lines that goes across the screen, and all of my time-lapse videos basically during the regular video footage, it's really not it's not noticeable. So I'm just going to plug in just a few clips of me painting it that has that flickering on it, and then I'll cut to me putting the decals on, because I don't want to bore you guys with the annoying footage that I have, but I'll at least put it out there because that's what I got, and I'll do better on the next one. So thanks for watching. All right, so it's finally, I think, one of the final days of the pump restoration. Now I do need to cut and buff these side panels and the front panels a little bit, but that won't take me too long. Basically now I just want to put together all the side panels, get all the trim and the chrome back on, the glass back in the doors, and all that stuff that I'm kind of dreading. But I did get all the chrome cleaned up yesterday with one of the SOS pads with the soap in it. And all the chrome turned out real good. You can tell I started getting some of that stuff back on there. But these side panels really laid out nice. You can see some dirt in them, need to be cut and buffed out, but no big deal. So, and the pump itself is all brush painted on the inside, just kind of get it some protection because it's going to be outside for a while. So, yeah, I'm gonna work on getting all the side panels on, and I'm kind of excited. I want to go ahead and put the glass top together once I get all the sides and the top on, get the glass globe on there, and just hang a door on there just to take a look at it. But yeah, it's coming right along. It's looking good, and we'll go ahead and we'll get this guy put back together. All right, so as quick as this project began, from start to finish, I think right now I'm at 10 days. So, and that is a lot of after works till about 9:30, 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Not only did I want to get it done for the lady, but also I like working on my own stuff too. So, as much as and how much fun I had doing it, I was happy to get it done, and I'm ready to get it out of here. I know she's been waiting a long time for this. She's had it for a long time, and she's been wanting to get it restored. So I couldn't be happier with the way it turned out. I think it looks amazing. In some ways, the bodywork, I could tell from the factory they weren't that great, from factory stampings, and stuff like that, because I knew it was all original except for like a brush job repaint. So I know it probably looks better now than what it did when it came out, and that's what makes me happy. So other than the fact of a couple pieces of glass, but I'm not too concerned with it. I don't think she will be either, because it's only single-sided. It's going to be shown. It's going to be up against the garage, kind of like mine is outside. So the two pieces of glass that are broke is this one and this one, and I used the worst of the two Phillips with the staining on the glass and the staining on the glass. And so I used the best one over here, which this one has little staining here, virtually none on this top piece of glass. The front housing looks amazing. Everything about this side looks really nice. I did get this handle cleaned up. She wanted to reuse this nozzle, which is completely fine by me. It still looks like it's in pretty good shape. I just got done SOSing it and cleaning it up. And basically, what my plan is to set it there, get me a 3/4 inch barb fitting, get it attached back in like so, and that will be it. So I'm excited, I'm very happy with it, and I think she will be too. So I might turn it a little bit so it doesn't come out, it kind of sits closer in. That might be something that I do, but overall, very happy with the way it turned out. All lit up, looks nice, all wired in. So that was a completely stripped down to bare metal, everything. Bodywork, primer, paint, and finished in 10 days. I don't think that's too bad for working a full-time job. I don't think it'd be too bad of a thing if I did this full-time. So, and I did end up getting this original tag. Someone had brushed over it, and I actually got it to come out, clean it up the best I could without ruining the original etching. So you can see here, sold by Bowser Incorporated in Fort Wayne, Indiana, made in the USA. It's a 595B pump. So I think I looked up the year, but I don't remember what it is now. But very cool that it's still there. I got it riveted back on. See, that's the original place. So everything just looks amazing on this pump. It's really just an ornate with the chrome around the bottom, chrome around the windows, chrome here, chrome there. Everything's really nice. So I'm happy with it, and I think she will be too. But thanks for watching Andrew's Garage and this episode where I redid this Phillips 66 pump. And I can't wait to see what I do next for somebody else. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.